Hello, students of Class 6. The other day we had started the poem El Dorado, and we had already done the first two stanzas where we find that a very brave knight, as I said, he is a kind of a soldier. Generally, uh, it was found in the European history in the medieval ages. Um, this knight is very brave, and he has come out in search of El Dorado, a place which was imagined, a place which was thought to be full of gold and other riches. So he wanted to find out that place, and when he set out on his journey, he was very happy mood. He was singing a song. He was dressed in a very splendid manner, and he was riding a horseback, and he had traveled through different conditions, daytime, nighttime, different weather conditions, but still he was but that did not have any effect, and because he was brave enough to face any kind of difficulties. Then in the second stanza, we find that the knight, who was very bold, um, had grew old in the sense that his that confidence in him had lessened, had decreased, because he became sad. Okay, the shadow, and over his heart a shadow fell. Shadow in the sense that the sadness of his heart. Why? Because he didn't find any place that looked like El Dorado. That is his hope. He was very hopeful and he was very confident of his success, but that hope had turned into despair. We had also started the third stanza, where we find that he had met a pilgrim shadow. Okay, uh, now by this time the knight had traveled long distance. Okay, through and he had traveled for years together. So he had grown old, physically, mentally, and also he had lost his physical strength also. That strength was lost in him. So he was fully tired, exhausted, and almost at the end of his life. Um, and at that time he meets a pilgrim shadow. You have the book in your in the next page, you can see. And what does he ask this pilgrim shadow? That shadow, where could it be, this land of El Dorado? So he asked the shadow about the whereabouts, that is, about the place itself. That is, he's asking the shadow that, shadow, can you tell me where can I find this place El Dorado? Now, first of all, in the first two lines, I told you that he has lost all his physical as well as mental strength, because all these years he has been traveling. He has it has been an useless search. He has not been able to find any place like El Dorado. Now, in the next line, it says pilgrim shadow. Now, who is a pilgrim? A pilgrim is a person who makes a journey, holy journey to a religious place. Okay, so why he is referring, means seeing the shadow, he also, this knight also feels that this shadow has also come out in search of El Dorado. And another reason why he calls this the pilgrim shadow, because he considers his search for El Dorado as a very holy journey, as a very sacred journey. That is the reason why he calls it, means why he calls the shadow the pilgrim shadow. Now, there are many interpretations to this particular thing, but what he actually, this uh, pilgrim shadow, is is only his own shadow. Okay, because he's very tired. Okay, he's completely exhausted. Okay, weary of his long search. He sees his own shadow and he thinks to be the shadow of somebody else. Okay, mistakes, or he mistook his own shadow to be someone else's. What this knight is actually doing, he's talking to his own inner self. Okay, um, so this is this is what is means. He sees his own shadow and he mistakes it for somebody else, and he asks a question that where can I find this land of El Dorado. Now, and now the shadow is replying. The last stanza deals with the reply of the shadow. So if you remember, in the last class I told you about the difference in mood of the knight. In the first stanza, the knight is in a very happy mood. In the next stanza, the mood changes to sadness. And in the third stanza, the mood is even, it's a completely, it's sense of hopelessness. Okay, because he has no hope left in him, and also he doesn't have the strength to go on in his search any longer. So we can say that his mood, he's even sadder, and there is a complete sense of hopelessness in the night. And another, and when the shadow replies, what does the shadow say? The shadow says, okay, you want to find El Dorado? You can find El Dorado in the mountains of the moon. Okay, now mountains of the moon, we know that the astronauts go to the moon, but and that too in spaceships and all. But we cannot ride on a horseback and go to the mountains of the moon. And down the valley of shadow. So down the valley of shadow. So the shadow is saying up in the mountains of the moon and down in the valley of shadow. Now this valley of shadow here, this last shadow refers to death. Ride, boldly ride. The shade replied, if you seek El Dorado. So the shadow replied that if you want to find El Dorado, okay, you can find it in the mountains of the moon. You can find it in the valley of shadow. But don't give up on your search of El Dorado. Go on riding, okay? Ride till the end of your life. Now, what the shadow actually means is that you cannot find El Dorado anywhere, okay, as long as you are alive, because there is no place in reality as El Dorado. So what we can understand is that the knight wasted his whole life in an useless search for El Dorado. Now, one thing is that why was the knight so much interested to find El Dorado? Because El Dorado was a place, was a very wealthy place, full of gold, full of riches and all these things. So what he felt was, if he could go to that place and if he could become rich, then he will be happy. So his ultimate aim was happiness. But what this, the message that the poet wants to give us through this knight is that wealth does not give us happiness. Okay, it is our hard work. If we do our work properly, Okay, if we be sincere and honest in whatever we are doing, then there will be a happiness in our heart. So that is what is more important. That is what we should actually uh, search for in life, instead of going after, instead of trying to gather material wealth, instead of trying to become rich by making a lot of money. We should be happy with whatever we have. And if we want to make more wealth and things like that, then we should put our effort. Okay, we should work hard towards our goal. So here what El Dorado means is that El Dorado is something we have it in ourselves. El Dorado actually means not riches, not riches in the material sense of the term. It is the richness of a happy mind. That is, if we do our work properly. Okay, if we put our hard work, if we work with full honesty, then there will be a sense of satisfaction in our heart. And when we have a sense of satisfaction in our heart, that makes us happy. And that is what is El Dorado. That is the happiness of the rich mind. Okay, so hope you have understood the poem. I have already given you the PDF, the answers in the PDF. Copy them correctly in your copies. And also I have given you homework. Do them correctly. Okay, thank you, students.